Hi, all. Today I'll be uploading a system against the English attack in the Sicilian Najdorf. Okay, let's get started. After e4, c4, knight f3, this is the pretty standard stuff of the opening. It's knight f6, knight c3. After a6, you see the general idea of the Scheveningen is b5 and e6. I don't want to get to the basic stuff. Okay, after bishop e3, many guys have been struggling against this system. This is after the hack attack, or known as the pawn storm in the English attack, which is developed by English grandmasters. Okay, here we have two options, which is e7 e5, but this is not the Scheveningen, as it weakens d5 and f5, which leads to lots of theory. So we go with e7 e6, which has the flexibility of playing d5 and e5 in the middle game for attacking. Okay, f3. This provides very good attack and autopilot for g4 and h4, which can attack the black king. Even though the black king is not castled, h4 and g4 are pretty useful. Okay, against this system I'm going to be recommending bishop e7 first, and after queen d2 we'll play b5, which has the merit of attacking on this diagonal and attacking the e4 pawn, putting more pressure. If f4 is played, we take that pawn. Okay, here g4. This is the main problem for black players. Then after that h4, then h5, which is known as the pawn storm in the English attack, and many have been successful with it. But I'm gonna be recommending a system against it, which is pretty useful and equal. Not equal, but it'll be tough for white to continue. Okay, here we play knight to d7. And here you can see the bishop and queen battery on f6, g5 and h4. So h4 is being prevented. If h4 is played, we take it and it's check, and therefore we can play h6 later, and then the attack goes right. Then we can play bishop b7 and we have won a pawn. Then further plans like b4 and d6. Then knight c6 could be played, and knight to a5, rook c8, and we can jump on c4. It's a very good plan. So we have won a pawn here, so h4 is not good. So continuing here, what can white play? White can play bishop e2. Okay, let me just get a new variation. Play bishop e2. Here we play bishop b7, and after castles, knight to c6, or you can play knight b6 also. Knight b6 is also good. Okay, now h4 is being prevented, so g5 can be played, can't it? g5 can be played, but there's a problem. After knight to c6, white should capture on c6. So let's see. What if he captures on c6? And after this, okay, you might be thinking of h4 here. What about this b4? Knight is being trapped. Okay, knight is not trapped, but knight to b1, it doesn't seem so good. You can play d6, opening up stuff. After this, I think so black is kinda better, because his king is not so safe, and the bishop is being attacked, and if that moves, then this advance cannot be done because this pawn falls. For example, you might be thinking of h5, but after this captures, I think so eventually black is kind of winning here. So d6 could be played, and if you want more aggressive play, you can play b5, a5, face the pawn storm. After this, and maybe now itself you can play d6 and rook c8, attacking this file, attacking the white king. So it's pretty good effective system. So taking on c6 is bad actually. So what if he plays h4? Okay, h4, then we play knight to b6, and this is a serious problem for white, because after h5 we go knight to c4. and there's a problem with the bishop and the queen. Okay, but let's see. Usually the rook is on c8 and it captures on c4, but now our knight captures and this bishop is falling. And I told you the classic diagonal of this attacking the g5 pawn. Okay, queen d3. Okay, captures, and I think so white's attack is actually over and we have the bishop pair. Or maybe after this we can castle there, or you can castle queenside if you want, maybe possible. And we have flexibility of the queen to a5 and then b4, and there are serious threats for white to face here. Okay, we play knight to c, then we play knight to c6. Okay, we have seen whether if he does not capture and capture, it's both bad for white. Okay, then let's go back. Sorry. After b5, if g4, what if bishop e7? So after g4 we play knight d7. So I'm recommending bishop e7, and after the queen to d2, after b5 we play g4 and knight d7. What if he doesn't play g4 and castles? Then we continue with the plan. The main plan is to get the knight to b6 and then not to c6. If the knight does not capture, then we get the knight to a4 and we just attack on that square. That's the main plan. So if castles, we play bishop b7, and if g4 now, we play knight d7. The merit move of knight d7 is to prevent g5 with the tempo, so that then h4 comes immediately. You guys might be thinking, what about g5 now? Then h4. As I said, here I think so b4 could be played. b4 could be played, or maybe knight to c6 with the same plan. Yes. Okay, let's look at b4. If knight to e2, then d6 d5, and after this position, black is also better here actually. Because the white's pieces are not well organized. Knights are looking at each other, and okay, this is good. Or maybe you can still go with knight c6. Yeah, possible. Or instead of b4, you can go knight to c6 now. Same plan, right? After knight to a5, knight b6, aim on that square. So it's simple system against the pawn storm. And let me show you a game. You might be thinking this pawn storm is not so effective. Okay, after g4. Okay, after g4, what if you play knight d7? Then it comes with g5. After this, actually white is kind of better here, because the knight is being misplaced, and after bishop e2, f4. Okay, let me just get on. If you think knight to e5 is a very good move, eyeing that square, we play bishop to e2 after rook c8, f4, and you can actually capture here. And I think so white does not have any problem for the f5. Yes. Oh no, f5 cannot be played. Or maybe rook here, and then with f5, white is kind of better. So at the end of this video, I want to conclude that the main idea is d6 d5, and after b5 b4, that's the main plan. And knight d7, this is the maneuver of the knight to b6. Sorry, knight to b6, knight to c6. If not captured, then we aim at this square. That's the main plan. Knight to d7 and the classic diagonal here. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out my Facebook page. Thank you.